Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Paprika. Welcome to Just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. What did you eat today, Paprika? Hi, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming in. What did you eat, Dee Dee? Fried egg sandwich. I had a little bit of broccoli salad. Hi, Ken. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I started that weight loss shot last week, so I can, I have to just eat like a couple bites here and there. I haven't been able to really eat in the last week, but I had to take another shot yesterday because it's weekly. So, I barely can eat. Ken, you're, for some reason it's coming up your one name that you created and you thought you deleted. It's not showing up Ken Yeager today. I don't know why. Crockpot beef roast and carrots. Oh, sounds so yummy, Ken. So jealous. I don't know. It's coming up the one you made temporarily because you were trying to create another name for one of my trolls. He did that for one of his trolls, for one of my trolls, and then it never went back to Ken Yeager. I don't know. It was weird. I want to make sure. I have no clue. I want to make sure that Blake did get that it's sent. Yep, the link should have sent to Blake. Yeah, that's why his name sounds mean. That was funny. I was in a meeting and my boss was in there and they had lunch and I was only able to eat like a little bit of the cucumber salad. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh, is that not your cup of tea?" Because they had these wraps. I said, "No, I just started the weight loss shot and I'm just having, I've been just having a lot of nausea." Oh, yes. Okay. It never went back to your name. Oh, well. We know it's you. But everybody's been super nice and helpful. And I really like all the people. And they're all like, "We want your help, tell us how we can be better. We're so lucky to have you." So it's a lot different from my last assignment, that's for sure. They were not like that before at my last assignment. I better text them. And yeah, it is nice to be appreciated. Thank you, Paprika. Yeah, even like because I'm in this cramped room, and I made he said something, and I asked, and I said, well, they only had the small rooms, and I asked if I could get like a suite, a bigger room, but they said that they don't know if they can, and he goes, oh well, my secretary knows the manager over there. We'll put a call out. So she called the manager, but they're like, we can't get her into a suite until December. So he went and looked to, and there was a house available that I guess the secretary knew the owners of the house, and they're letting me. They're going to try to get me into that house, so I have like an actual house. Yeah, employers do often forget to verbally send appreciation. That's for sure. That is definitely. Yes, it does. It makes people, when they send appreciation, it makes people want to do more for them. Like, I'm more energetic now. I'm like, I want, like, it's making me want to do more. I mean, I always try to do my best for every client that I go to and do a great job. But whenever they're nicer, and it just gives me more energy to do even more for them. Like in my last job, I still did my best, and I still was trying to do everything for them, but I had less energy, so I probably could have done even more for them, but I kind of was like losing my energy. You have to fix your name, Benjamin, back. Benjamin. I don't know what that means. And I hope I can keep up this be back. Yeah, Ken's been working on our bathroom today. He gutted it, and he's redoing the walls and everything. So it's gonna look like it's gonna have wood instead of like just the drywall and stuff. He put wood for the bathroom. Oh, and here he is.
Okay, finally. Jeez. Good Lord, have mercy.
No, sorry, I was late. Because now I'm on the same time zone as you. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, you changed. That's right.
So I was.
That's right.
I'm used to going up at 7:30, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I'm Central Time.
Well, for you, you're already chilling at home by the time it's time for the pod, I guess, huh? Like usually.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had one less hour than I normally do.
Man, sorry about my tardiness. And yesterday we had our election at the Legion. We had to bring in a new finance officer, so
Ah,
we had to vote for that, and I had to be there. It's a good thing I was because I was a deciding vote.
oh, really?
Yes.
Well, that's good. That always makes it better when you get to be the deciding vote.
I mean, it was like it was 4-4, and then the I guess everybody was the deciding vote.
Well,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true. Yeah.
Technically. So.
That's all right, Ken. Don't worry. We'll keep it as no one cares about your business or issues. He can't
I
figure out
care.
he can't figure out how to change his name back because he made that account or he changed that name temporarily to be for one of my trolls whenever I had a troll, and then
Oh.
he tried changing it back, and And then it showed Ken Yeager every time he did that, but then he had to remove the account and add it back because he had to upload a video for me so I could get it because it was too long to send it through Facebook. And
Oh, I see.
so now it's stuck with his old name that he tried changing.
I see.
So
That's well, it feels good to get back at a troll every once in a while, doesn't it?
yeah. I knock on wood. I need to find wood somewhere, but I haven't had one in a while, so I'm hoping to keep it that way.
That's good.
So what did you eat today?
Haven't eaten yet, but I believe Natalie just ordered Popeyes. So we're going to eat some
Ooh,
Popeyes chicken.
Popeyes. That's yummy. I had a little bit of broccoli salad.
Ooh.
I love broccoli salad.
That sounds awful.
What's behind me?
Are they talking about me?
Oh, maybe.
What did they say?
Ken said behind you. I don't know. I mean, you have the same background, so I don't know what he's meaning. Oh, love that.
No
chicken.
one cares about your issues. I love it. That's a great name. You know what? Just keep it like that, Ken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Oh,
love that chicken from Popeyes. Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Wood. Yeah, he said knock on wood.
Oh, behind. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. So hopefully, that will keep the troll away. So,
yeah. They get a troll.
So how's work going for you?
Lovely, lovely. Work is great. Staying busy, staying motivated as best I can, and hopefully soon, I won't have to work. Like the weather's gonna calm down, and I won't have to be working every day, 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Today we got off at 5:15, so it was late.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, this was my first week, and everybody's so wonderful and being really nice, and they want my help and they want to learn. Good. And yeah, it's so different. And I had this big, huge office with my own bathroom. I've never had my own bathroom before in my office.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? That sounds nice. Look at you, big fancy. I think the office size tells us how important we are.
Well, my last job, I was the VP of quality over 6 hospitals, and I was in a cubicle. Now I'm a quality director of 1 hospital, and I have this big, huge office with my own bathroom.
Goodness. Okay, so does the job that you take on determine how much you're going to get paid?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a VP level, I'm going to get paid more than a director level, but a lot of the positions, there's more director positions open than VP level positions. So I mean, it's a job, so I gotta take it. I can't wait for just to do VPs. And actually, for doing the travel gig, it's depending on the agency. I can make more as a director at one agency than a VP at another one that pays lower.
Huh.
And so it all depends on the agency too, but I also have to, not all the agencies have openings at the time that I'm looking for an assignment. So it's kind of, sometimes I'm I'm limited on what I can do. Yes, Paprika, God is good. This, this position actually paid a lot less because of the agency I'm with, and I kind of didn't want to take it because of that. But it's close to the grandkids, and with the holidays, I'm like, you know what? Me and Ken talked about it. We're like, okay, we'll take the pay cut, but it's only 3 months of a pay cut. Hopefully, my next assignment, I can get a higher level position with a good agency. But
Hmm.
but I mean, it's everybody's so wonderful. I'm after my last assignment, I'm kind of glad I took it because it's even though it's going to be a lot of work, it's a breath of fresh air with just the people that um I'm meeting.
I hope that you know you get a job that always makes you feel comfortable first and then pays good second. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I think a lot of people would hope for that. I mean, obviously you want good pay, but I think whenever you sit there and you look about what the job is, what it comes with, that's when people really decide, you know what, I'm happy where I'm at.
yeah. Well, I think like right off the bat, they were happy and appreciative because the my boss was at a conference and um when the last time I was in Illinois, um, I I worked for that hospital, and they just loved everything I did. And so when the my boss was at the conference, and he saw that I used to work at that hospital, he saw the CEO and a VP there, and he was asking them about me, and they just gave me a great review, and they said you'll be lucky to have her if you can get her and whatever. So the first day I came in, he's already like putting me up on this pedestal because these people gave me a good review, and I'm like, oh no, I hope I don't fail them, because sometimes when you get like really recommended and like everybody's like speaking highly of you, it's like, oh great, now I gotta like live up to it.
Sometimes it's better to fly under the radar,
Yeah. You
less
need
expectation, under promise, over deliver.
yeah. You need your short. What short? I don't know what he means, but
Not sure.
oh,
Anyway, where are we today? Where are we? What is it?
um,
Thursday?
yep,
And
and
it is Back to the Future 2, guys.
yes, yes. Oh, the pedestal. You- oh,
Oh.
you're funny, Ken, because I'm short. Uh-huh. Okay, you're a brat. uh,
That's funny.
but yes, Back to the Future 2. What a great movie. I still like the first one the best, but better than this one. But I love how it starts off with the ending, and then that's one of my favorite things where
I
we're
think I
going
would have
to
to
the
agree with you that
road.
the first one is my favorite, but uh like I think the second one made me think more. It really made me try harder to understand the concept of time travel because I mean, if you look at the timeline for this thing, it's pretty insane. So we come back to 1985. We go to 1985. From 1985, we go to 2015. From 2015, we go back to 1985. 85 is all messed up. From 1985, we go back to the first one in 1955. And then from 1955, we go back to 19, or no, we stay in 1955. And then that's where it goes on to the third movie. It's pretty insane. So you gotta keep up with it. If you don't, you're gonna get totally mixed up. It's one of those movies where if you've never seen it before and you miss probably 10 to 15 minutes of it at any point, you're not gonna understand much of what's going on. you're gonna
Yeah.
forget or not understand something. So that's something about this movie that's a lot different, is it keeps you tied into the movie, keeps you locked in, it forces you to, or you're not gonna get it. And it doesn't take much effort to get locked into it. It's not a movie like, oh my gosh, I'm begging for this to be over. I'm already done with it. I don't want to, like, I know if I don't watch it, you know what I mean? It was never like that at a point. I just
And Ken says
tr-
this one, they had too much stuff in it for a simple movie, way busier than it had to be. Yeah.
really.
Probably because of the
Hmm.
back and forth, back and forth. But one thing I love is that they were only 1 year off from the Cubs winning the World Series. And they did this in what, 1989 or something? They made this movie.
Uh, yeah, because the Cubs won it in 16, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they
And
sure
Ken's like,
did.
oh my gosh, I gotta look up who they actually won against to see if they, because in the movie it was the Mets, and but then he looked it up and
How
it
long was their
Cleveland?
drought? 106 years or something like that? The Cubs hadn't won a
Yeah,
World Series in nearly or over 100 years.
yeah. I think it was about, yeah. And I it, and the fact that like this was made in 1989 or somewhere around there, you'll have to look it up, but and they almost, the Cubs won in 2016, and they said Cubs won in 2015. They even had some AI stuff in this movie, like a little bit of the AI and the some of the other
Uh-huh.
stuff that 108 years consent
Wow. It's a long
and
time.
to almost like be on point, like to kind of be kind of right, way ahead of its time, is kind of like The Simpsons. How The Simpsons took a
They guessed
lot
a
of
lot of
prediction,
stuff right. Hmm.
and it's like, how are these people doing that? Well, even in Supernatural, have you ever seen that series?
Uh-uh. I've
So
heard of it, never seen it.
oh my gosh, it's amazing series. So
I'll have to
they're
check it
pretty
out.
much hunters, and um like demon hunters or whatever.
I
And
see.
so they, in the movie, I think it was that episode was around maybe 2002, 2005, I don't know, somewhere around there. So way before COVID, right?
Right.
Well, they had an episode of an outbreak. I don't, it wasn't COVID or anything, but it was an outbreak. And in the movie, guess what they were freaking out about? Or in the show,
Hmm.
guess what they were freaking out about?
What?
Running out of toilet paper. They made a comment that they can't find toilet paper because everyone took it. And
Oh
what
my
happened during
gosh.
COVID? Everybody took
Exactly
the,
that.
they took all the toilet paper. I'm like, oh my gosh, how
I
are
don't
they?
understand why toilet paper was the thing that they
I,
decided to. I don't understand who started that or what, and then to like to buy it and then to go back out and try and resell it. Like oh my gosh, that's the lowest of the low.
I know it's toilet paper. If the world's coming to an end, that's the last thing you need to worry about getting, because you can always go behind a tree and use leaves if you had to.
I guess so, or just, get a rag and clean it every time, like
Yeah.
something like that.
Ken said it almost made it valid with the forward thinking on stuff that has never happened yet. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that they missed on was the like they missed on the hoverboards. I mean, to an extent, now they're just like wheels, but they don't nothing really hovers like that. And the flying cars thing never happened, but for the most part, they did pretty good. Even their like the clothes that they wear, it wasn't terrible, I guess. It wasn't terribly wrong.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they got the hoverboards right a little bit because it went from, I mean, like in '85 where it was a actual skateboard to look what the
Uh-huh.
hoverboards are now. Yeah, they don't like fly,
Right, but
but
and they're not so like in the movie the concept was like just anybody could have one because this little girl had one on a scooter. And so I think it's more of a thing that if you're gonna get one of those, you have a lot more money. You can afford something like it's a more of a high value item than it's not is what I'm trying to get at, I think.
yeah. I mean, some of it was like unbelievable, but yeah. Ken says my granddaughter got messed up, yeah, from a hoverboard. Yeah, she she had to go get sent to the hospital. Remember that? Oh,
Oh goodness. That's not good.
yeah, because she fell off of it and hit her head on the cement and got a pretty good concussion. And they had to go to a children's hospital. And the
Oh
ambulance even
gosh.
put like a brace around her neck, which I mean, I get
Off
they
of
had.
a hoverboard? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, whenever there's a head injury like that,
Yeah,
ambulances automatically put that on you until
right.
you verify that.
I had to wear one whenever I broke my neck for 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh,
And it was awful. I had to wear it while I slept.
yeah. Um, what, to Ken? No, Ken had a back brace because he broke his back.
I
I
had a
don't think.
back brace too. I had to wear a back brace and a neck brace while I slept. It was awful. That was the worst absolute, like just no comfortability. If you wanted to sleep, you had to just take Ambien or something and force yourself to sleep for maybe 4 hours or something. And
Yeah,
just as lucky as you possibly could get.
yeah. She fell backwards and hit the base of her head. Yep, the base. Yeah,
Oh,
like right there.
goodness. Right
So
below
they,
the knowledge knot.
yeah.
Oof.
So, um,
Ouch.
yeah, that was some scary times. But I like the fact that they were able to make get rid of Biff being whenever he stole the almanac and went back in time and became like this um powerful person, and because he
Yeah.
got all this money, I'm glad they were able to get him back because I don't think anybody likes Biff as the character. But
Mm-mm.
again, like you said, he gets full of crap again, which was funny.
I told you, yeah, each time it happens in the third one, I think he like falls over, falls down, and then it falls on top of him because he bashes into the side of it and it breaks and falls onto him or something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember, but uh in my opinion, the Biff the piece with Biff is like I guess if you ask somebody like Ken or you like Ken, he said it was a lot of unnecessary things, but I think that I mean it all started with him having to take care of his son, and then the movie totally veers off into left field and they have to fix what Biff started, and he the whole thing is just lopsided, upside down, topsy turvy. And Doc Brown, would you? He's kind of an antagonist in this, if you kind of think about it. I mean, eh, do you think that he honestly needed to bring Marty back to do something about Biff?
well, He always said you can't
Or
interfere
no, his
with.
name was Griff. I'm sorry, it's Biff's grandson, I
Yeah,
think, right?
because he even said his whole thing in the first one is um don't change anything because you're gonna ruin the whatever. And so to go and change your
The time-space continuum.
yeah. So I mean, I get you wanna fix the sun issue, but then if you know if they are gonna meet, or you got to try to make sure you don't see yourself, or it messes things up, or and then just like it did mess it up because Biff got the almanac, and then he had to keep going back and forth. Yeah, Doc
What
is a good character.
What would you say is your favorite part of this whole movie?
Um, I I think that my favorite part is I know it sounds dumb, but I think my favorite part is that watching how the Cubs won and the prediction of it, like now, and
They were pretty close.
yeah, and yeah, I think that was pretty cool.
I think like whenever what's her name? What's his girlfriend's?
Jennifer,
Is it Jennifer?
yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer. When she runs into her older self. Ah, I'm old. Ah,
Yeah,
I'm young.
yeah, that was funny. I missed
That was
that.
pretty
That was a
cool.
funny part.
I just him as an older person, and you see what happened to his life. He had Biff won, and you see how terrible it is in the future for him.
Yeah, and him beating his mom whenever, because his
Yeah,
dad died and made the mom marry him, and yeah, I mean, what kind of life is that?
nothing I would want to live, that's for sure.
No, that just like that's another like topic is like these women who do get beat. It's like how can they feel stuck because and afraid to leave, just like she probably was, and they're so miserable, but they can't leave, and that's why I'm so glad there's more resources now for people like that, where they can maybe help these women out to leave their abusive partner.
Yeah, I I I've never I never grew up around that. Like my father was never with my mother whenever they were together for me to see anything bad that he may or may not have done. And my stepfather, he was never, and he never has been like that. So
No,
it's just something that's never been in my life too much, and I mean I'm grateful for that. Uh, so I couldn't really relate to that much. And I mean, if my father had done anything like that, I don't know for sure. My parents were divorced by the time that I remember anything, and I don't recall my mom ever saying that he did hit her. But
no. I've
just
been Yeah, I've been fortunate too and haven't had to deal with that. But being a nurse, I've had to deal with a lot. And hi,
yeah,
Francesca, thanks for coming in. Yeah, Ken says domestic abuse is widespread and very serious. Um, one of my co-workers, when I worked as a nurse, um, her daughter got murdered from her partner. She was a victim of domestic violence to the point where they killed her. Um, so it's really hard.
ugh,
Oh wow, I'm sorry you can relate on that, Francesca. Yeah, it's so I know they're trying to do more, and even us healthcare workers, we're obligated if we suspect any type of abuse, whether it's elder abuse, domestic violence, or anything like that, or child abuse. We are obligated to report. Um, and we're
Even if he wasn't even I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
I didn't
no,
mean to
go ahead.
interrupt you.
Nope, go
I
ahead.
was just saying, even if like Biff, like even if it's not physical, like even just the way that he talked and brought her down and made her feel like, she was nothing without him, that's
Yeah.
something that's not, that's not cool.
Well, like, honestly, I think that Carter was always belittling Alyssa, and which
See,
is
I
a
told
form of
y'all I got Popeyes.
aw.
She brought me Popeyes. Come here.
Do we get to see your wife? Hi, Natalie. Aw.
She said hi.
And she's like, "Yep, I'm out."
Yep, she's gone. Just like that.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, as far as I know, he never hit Alyssa or kind of would have beat the crap out of him. But he was always belittling her, and that is a form of verbal abuse. And I think
Oh yeah.
people don't realize that. And I mean, to the point where Alyssa like had no self-esteem and just never stuck up for herself. And so
It bothers me. Excuse me. It bothers me when there's a girl that she has so much worth yet doesn't know it because someone else is holding them down.
yeah, exactly. And that's why, I hate how everything went down with, and that she's got hurt by Carter leaving. But it was always, it was, she's so happy now. She met someone who really does care about her and tries to
Yeah.
manage her up. And,
Yeah, Natalie has a family member that is kind of in that situation with a man, and I feel so bad for her because he doesn't deserve. I mean, she has never, like, they've been together since she was like 15 or something.
oh,
So
wow.
she is 100% dependent on him. It's
Yeah.
awful. It's
I
just so
think that's
sad.
why Alyssa was with Carter since 16, and I think she didn't know any better. Like she probably
Hmm.
just like, oh, I guess this is how it is. Yeah, Francesca, abuse is not just physical; it can be emotional as well. Absolutely, and that's what that was Carter.
Mm.
I mean, he never, yeah, he. As much as I hated that Alyssa got hurt from it, I'm glad he's gone.
It's part of the growing process, and then just it's life. Everybody has to go through a heartbreak at some point, I feel like, in order to elevate them at the next point in life, to get them prepared for whoever it is that they're supposed to truly be with.
Yeah, absolutely. That's for
I
sure.
I love that we can just talk about whatever. We went way off into left field, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I enjoy it. But okay. Um so this
Me,
is 1986. All movies were filmed back to back to back. Like they I believe both the 2 and 3 were both filmed in 1986 if I'm not mistaken.
oh, really?
Mhm.
Yes, you are so right, Francesca. I'm glad too. Kansas Control is an ego battle that's little people with pseudomuscle. Yeah.
I saw a video the other day. It was so me. It said it was a girl. She was walking in the room and she said, "Me on my way to tell my husband all my problems." And he's just sitting there putting his socks on, watching a video on his phone or something. Then he takes the other sock and puts it on the same foot, and then he's like, "Where's my other sock for my other foot?" She's like, "Never mind. He's got his own problems."
Yeah. Well, I every day I get out of work, and if I need to vent, I'm always venting to Ken. So he knows all my problems, but he never vents to me. Like when he was at work and he hated his job when he worked at the job he worked at in Illinois. And so he just kept it to himself. And every time I would say, "How was your day?" he would go, "It was a day." But he wouldn't say anything more. And when he would say it was a day, I knew, okay, he's not going to tell me anything. Otherwise, he would open up, and it was a day. So I'm going to leave it as it is.
It was a day, bro.
I knew him well enough. I knew him well enough to be like, okay, end of discussion.
We'll stop right there.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna do the IMBB at the end, right?
Collectively. Well, we can jump into it now. That's fine.
Okay.
We only got 20 minutes left, so.
But yeah, I like the first one better. How about you? The chat.
I agree. I would have to say that the first one was my favorite, although, like I said, this one made me think more. It made me more curious to the whole subject or the concept or the possibility of time travel, how it would work, and I just feel like there's a lot of holes in Dr. Brown's theory.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff about it that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And Francesca says that's what husbands are for. Men don't talk much. That's why they have communication problems. Yeah.
Hey,
but they're good listeners.
Guilty as charged.
But that makes them good listeners, right? Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, some of them. And
I can just shut up and listen. Let you talk.
And Ken says, when I clock out, I clock out. Don't want to relive it. Yeah, but sometimes, Ken, venting is actually therapeutic. I don't care what you say.
Oh, no, I was wrong, guys. Part 2 came out in 1989, 3 years later. First one was in 1985.
So 4 years later.
86, 87, 88, 89. Right. Sorry. He didn't look like he aged a day between the movies, did he?
No. Michael J. Fox didn't age until his Parkinson's really got to him, and then he aged fast.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Directed by Robert Zemeckis. Written by Robert Zemeckis, Bob Gale, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson. They did so good in this movie. Gosh, I love it. The hoverboard going across the water. Ridiculous. Buffoonery.
Yeah, that's my therapy, Francesca, is really venting to Ken whenever I just need to let it out.
Why did Doc Brown choose to come back to Marty from the future right after he got back from the past? Couldn't he wait the day before before his son did this in the future, way down the road? Yeah. Why did he have to go back and make him mess it up when he was young?
Well, that's a good point, because he had a time machine. Did he have to go exactly right then because he's like,
Why?
Doc, I just got back.
It's about your
So,
kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
well, you have a time machine. You can wait, go next weekend and do it,
Like, what? I don't understand. Why didn't you just go? Oh my god.
That's a good point. I didn't even catch that.
You could have literally just like went the day before and told your son, "Hey, you're grounded." Okay. The end. And he would have known it was Doc Brown. He'd have been like, "All right, what the hell are you up to, Doc? What have you been doing?"
That's a good idea too, Francesca. Sounds therapeutic, kind of like a meditation type thing.
What?
The dancing and playing music event.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the only two the ones that so the first one was filmed in 1985, and then they filmed 2 and 3 back to back. So it was 1989 and 90. That
Ah,
yeah. But let's be honest, Back to the Future 3 is a 80s movie. We're not It's not a 90s movie.
well, it was filmed. It was probably filmed in '89 and
Right.
released in '90. And '90 is pretty close to '80, to the '80s. I
Um,
wonder if they did like a Back to the Future 4 now or a remake, like what it would look like.
I'm not sure.
And I bet they would probably have made one if Michael J. Fox wasn't in his
Parkinson's.
condition.
I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I think that if they could, they would make another one.
yeah, but they could always use different characters, but then would it be the same?
It's not that. I'm not. No,
Because
we don't.
you
We don't
you
remake with different characters.
well you could because you could use it as the kids are all grown up and say they're Marty's kids and Marty died, so he doesn't have to be in the movie.
So what about Doc?
Isn't he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive, but I mean,
So he could still be in it.
I don't know. I think it's too far gone. There was talks of them making another one in 2020 or something like that. But something happened, production failure, not enough money to take off, or it was something I can't quite remember.
Yeah, yeah, me too, Francesca. To see like what the kids' future world would look like. See how good if they could predict anything. I mean, they're not as good as the Simpsons. I don't know how the Simpsons predicts almost everything. Yeah, no toilet paper. Everything's using a bidet. Oh my gosh, when I went to Bali, that's how they must do it because obviously they had toilet paper because I was in the more of the touristy area, but they also had the bidets though too.
Oh yeah, a boudet.
Yeah, 2020 was a bad year. Well, yeah, because that was COVID.
Interception. Go
Oh,
Baltimore. Yeah, we got the game on right now.
oh,
Sorry.
I was like, what is going on?
I'm
Leave
being
it to the
obnoxious.
no.
All right, you guys ready for some trivia?
Yeah,
All right. Well, not trivia, but facts of the movie. Quotes.
yeah.
Not quotes. Sorry. All right. Filmed at the same time as Back to the Future Part 3. It was claimed at the time that in the 4 years since Back to the Future was made, Michael J. Fox had forgotten how to ride a skateboard. However, motor skills are not so easily lost. And Michael J. Fox has since stated that this was an early symptom of his Parkinson's disease, although the medical diagnosis was not made until 1991.
Oh wow. So it was made right after. Oh
Right
wow.
after.
I didn't
Right
realize it was
after.
I didn't realize it was like that close. I thought it
Me
was a
neither.
few years later.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't know that.
That's too bad. Otherwise, there might have been more good movies.
Man. So, Doc, to commemorate the release of a 30th anniversary Back to the Future trilogy Blu-ray and DVD release, a short movie called Back to the Future: Doc Brown Saves the World was filmed with Christopher Lloyd reprising his role as Doc Brown. In the movie, Doc tapes a video message explaining that he traveled to the 2040s in a rebuilt DeLorean and discovered that inventions such as the hoverboard and dehydrated food will cause people to become massively overweight. Even worse, a stimulus glitch in every nuclear Mr. Fusion device on the planet will cause a nuclear holocaust that decimates the world's population. He subsequently travels back in time and successfully prevents such dangerous devices from ever being invented, thus explaining why the future 2015 as seen in the movie did not come true in reality. So basically they took a little short subsequent film, made it in 2015, and everything that they said was going to happen in 2015, he went back and changed it so that that never happened, and the real 2015 is what it was today.
That's it. I never knew that they made that. Did you hear?
I gotta go see. No, I gotta go see that now. I gotta go watch that.
What is it called? Back to the
It's
Future
called
remake?
Back to the Future. Doc Brown Saves the World.
Oh.
So I
Hmm.
gotta see it. It's Christopher Lloyd too. So. Um, the plot line of George McFly being dead in 1985 was based entirely on Christopher Glover's refusal to do the sequel. Wow.
Huh.
So he didn't want to do it. How about that?
I wonder why when it was so popular.
Huge, massive. Maybe it was a contract dispute. First film appearance by Elijah Wood. He plays one of the two video game boys to whom Marty speaks in the Cafe 80s near the start of the film. I don't know who Elijah Wood is anyway, so
So
sorry,
I
sorry, sorry.
so did I wonder if George McFly went on to do more movies, or if that was, or if maybe that popularity got to him and he's like, nope, I'm done. I'm not doing. I don't want this fame life, this popular life.
Maybe,
That'll be
maybe
interesting
the
to see if he's been on other movies. Otherwise, why would you give up? A, you had a very successful movie, and then you're not going to do the sequel.
yeah, that's true. In the DVD extras of Back to the Future Part 2, Robert Zemeckis has said that he really did not want the movie to take place in the future because this is because he felt that every time that a movie takes place in the future, it is mispredicted, which is true. It usually is. According to Michael J. Fox, he found out there was going to be a sequel to Back to the Future when he watched the VHS version and the words "to be continued" were added at the end. He immediately called his agent to make sure he was going to be in the sequel. How
He didn't
about
even
that?
know there was going to be a sequel until he
Nope.
watched his own
So
movie.
he watched
That,
it on VHS. How
that's
about that?
funny. That is hilarious.
The ledge on the clock tower that Doc broke in Back to the Future is still broken in 2015. Like
Wow.
whenever the edge, you can see it in the when he steps off of it.
Yeah.
Griff's pit bull hoverboard was originally to be called Mad Dog to foreshadow his ancestors set to appear in Back to the Future Part 3. Huh, that's cool. Uh, when 1985 Jennifer discovers herself in 2015 house, her daughter Marilyn, played by Michael J. Fox. Oh, he played her. That's right. He played the girl too. Did you know that?
I could kind of tell.
I didn't know. I couldn't tell you. But he did. He played the old man too and everything. Oh, Mom, you sure can dehydrate a pizza.
Oh yeah. That did. Okay, I see that now.
Yeah, that was him. Um, uh, let's see. Where are we? I'm lost. Um, I don't know. Most of these are. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some of these items displayed in the front window of the Blast to the Past antique store, where he bought the sports almanac, um, the movie Dragnet, National Lampoon's Animal House, Black and Decker Dust Buster. How about that? Jaws 2, a John F. Kennedy bust, Jimmy Carter Peanut Bank, the Bee Gees album, a Pac-Man lunchbox, a rounded white telephone with the thing, uh, the sports almanac, a lava lamp, Roger Rabbit plush doll, and Barbie and Ken dolls. Just some of the things that they saw in the store. The date on the 2015 USA Today newspaper is October 22nd. This is Christopher Lloyd's birthday.
Oh, interesting.
So happy birthday to him just recently, even. How
Yeah.
about that? Um,
I wonder
very
how old he
few,
is. He's got to be 100 by now.
130 now, at
Yeah.
least. Uh, very few of the original costumes. Hold on, what happened here? Very few of the original costumes from the Enchantment Under the Sea dance were used for production of the sequel. Leah Thompson was the only actress present wearing her dress from the original movie. How about that? In front of the entrance to the Biff Tannen Museum, there's a sign that reads "Smoking Required." That's funny. Anyway, there's
So,
plenty more. You guys could go through them. There's 1.5 million of these, so uh, go check them out on the IMDb page. Let's see where we are. 1 second.
are we going to watch the third one next week then?
Up to you. Would you like to do the
Or,
third one?
or,
We did the second. We might as well, right?
or should we do a Halloween one for the next week? Or
We
the third
could do
one?
a Halloween. What is a good Halloween movie?
Um, I don't even know.
We could do Halloween.
Or so does everyone want to do a Halloween movie, or do you want to do Back to the Future 3?
I'm okay with whatever. Either way. Uh, whatever you'd like to do. Oh, and you were right. This did right at the end of the year. It was released. So I'm sure they were filming the third one before it turned 1990.
Ken says, "I know what you did last summer."
Is that's the one about like
I think that's with Jennifer Lawrence, isn't it?
I think it's the one like where they killed their friend or something. I've seen that before. It's been a long time. We'll have to check that one out.
Okay, let's do for Halloween. I know what you did last
I
summer,
know what you did last summer.
and then we can revisit the third one maybe the following week. So we'll do I know what you did last summer next week, and then the following week Back to the Future 3.
Sure, we could do
Okay.
that.
All
That's
right.
fine.
The riddle of today is
Oh, hold on. Before you get to the riddle, one more thing. The budget for the movie was $40 million. Opening weekend, it made $27 million. Gross US and Canada, $119 million. And worldwide, $332 million.
wow.
This is not including DVD sales and movie
Wow.
sales and all
Yeah,
the
'cause-
royalties that they get from those movies.
oh my
That's
gosh.
just a lot of money for the beginning of the
We can do
beginning of the.
documentaries, Francesca.
I'd love to. Sure,
What kind of documentary?
It's not out of the question. There's a really cool docu-series that I would love for us to watch. It's called Chernobyl, and I've really liked that one because of how accurate and down to the detail that the series is. It's actually really cool. But Francesca, I want to know what you got on mind.
Well, she's while we're waiting on that, okay, the riddle of the day is, what begins with an E and only contains one letter?
Begins with an E and only contains one letter.
What begins with an E and only contains one letter?
It only contains one letter. Begins with an E. Entrance?
No.
An E. I don't know. It starts with an E and it only has one letter. It's an E.
Yeah. Envelope. Okay. Well,
Jamie. I can't stand you.
next week we'll do I know what you did last summer, and think about documentaries, Francesca, and we can definitely do some documentaries.
I'd love to. It's not out of the question at all whatsoever.
All right. Any last words?
Love you guys. Thank you for staying with the chat. We appreciate you. Hopefully, next week we won't have any interruptions. We'll be on our regular Wednesday. I apologize this last Wednesday. That's all my fault. But I hope that you all have a great week. I appreciate you staying loyal to the chat. Look forward to seeing you next week for I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes. And remember, everyone, thank you for being so interactive. It makes this so much easier. And remember, you're all beautiful inside and out. Don't let anyone make you think any different. And the quote tonight comes from, okay, why can't I find Ken's quote? From Golda Meir, the dog that trots about finds a bone. And have a good night, everyone, and see you next time.
Let's go, Baltimore. Come on, let's get this win tonight, baby. Woo!
We'll know if you're in a good mood next week. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Jamie.